Topspin is a testament as to how perseverance and dedication translate to improvement. 2018 was a great year for him. He has now solidified himself as a respected consistency player, whilst gaining valuable tournament experience, even scoring the #1 place in UKT Summer. He's shown no signs of cutting this improvement short, so who knows what the future lies for him.
あなたを許さない。
The hallmark of a challenging map is usually a high score from the likes of James on country and even global rankings. After joining in March of 2013, he has gone on to build an impressive foundation in both hard rock and no-mod disciplines, the likes of which were integral in the second place finish in 2018's OAS World Cup. His chosen skill set is less forgiving than others when it comes to rewarded performance, but the extent to which he can play the maps that he excels on is far beyond that of his peers. Consistency, technicality, accuracy and prowess over a multitude of different approach rates being his strong suit. Notable scores during the year included FCing Cebu's Polygon, Kaifin's being U, Towards the Horizon on Y Extra, and being the first to FC Whodunit by Dematori all the way back in February. James continues to be a strong asset to the United Kingdom, and if his previous presence in top 10 videos is anything to go by, he shows no signs of slowing down anytime soon.
Blue is one of the up-and-coming UK players that really popped up in 2018. His 2018 in OSU was excellent, flying up the ranks in quick style and posting some solid tournament results along the way as well, with him winning UKCC4 2v2 tournament with Bubbleman and Adam's 1v1 UK tournament as well. He took the gold. His mechanics are really strong, especially in large spaced aim maps and spaced streams. He has some of the best mechanics in the UK right now, and he's really solid with hard rock as well on those same sort of maps with some excellent scores. His best strength though is his mindset to improve. He's determined to improve and he's becoming more and more versatile, as well as pushing his mechanics even further. And with that, you'd think he's going to be getting a lot better in the next year, so I'm hyped to see what Blue can do.
Doomsday. The monolith, the fire in the heart of the UK that will never extinguish. He's been around since what feels like day one, and it seems he will remain in some capacity until the very end. Even after 10 years playing this game, he continues to show improvement across all skills, and he boasts some incredibly impressive tournament performances this year to rival the very best. I don't think we'll ever see the last of this legendary player, and I'm overjoyed to see him continue to place in the top 10.
Who can the UK turn to when they need a strong, reliable hidden main? Look no further than Opie James, whose outstanding hidden prowess earned him a valuable role among the UK OWC team in 2018. He set some fantastic scores, such as a hidden FC on Central Nucleus, and the second HDHR FC on Symphony of the Night, making him a must-grab for their roster. He started to become less active lately, but still firmly holds on to that sort of monopoly as the UK hidden staple.
Kill them.
A refreshing attribute in the UK scene is not only having players who are well-rounded and able to pull off many scores, but also having specialists who can offer extreme proficiency in their field. Murray Yandere is undoubtedly one of these players. 2018 saw one of his greatest spikes in playtime and play count in a while, and his overall play count alone is a telling sign that as a veteran player, he is no stranger to grinding for his skill. It's very easy to mistake his favoured mod for playing farm maps, but the reality is that many of his scores are unique and even one of a kind, diversifying his DT portfolio with obscure, sometimes old maps, and even scores at 300 BPM or above. He isn't without ability in other facets, however. His streaming hand is very versatile, and there are hard rock scores that can sometimes catch you off guard on leaderboards. Ultimately, the thought process is if you see a map that looks impossible DT, there's a high chance that in a couple of months, Murray Yandere will have come round to it.
A man of many renames, Roxas once again features in this top 10 list, improving upon his position from 5th last year to 4th this year. With the competition at the top being tough, Roxas has shown he deserves to be amongst the best, and his 2018 has shown he has real skill when it comes to consistency and setting impressive scores. He set 2 new top plays, firstly a Sidetrack Days 3-Dimension FC with Hard Rock for 666 PP, and then also full combos Zotark's Cry Thunder for 664 PP. His real gains during the year, however, came in his consistency, and it's hard to find many maps nowadays where he doesn't either have a respectable play or a full combo. Covering ranges from old maps to high star rating, his skill set has evolved significantly, and he found himself playing all types of maps during the UK's run to 2nd place in the 2018 OSU World Cup. Moving forward into 2019, and Roxas has set his eyes on the tournament scene, and I personally really cannot wait to see the impact he's going to have there.
The name Spare being near the top of this list shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone. He is the only UK player to consistently remain within the top 30 globally ranked players for over 3 consecutive years since May 2016. To put into perspective how absurd that achievement is, the only 5 players he hasn't managed to outrank at some point during that time are Cookeasy, Rafis, Angelsim, Vaxi and Phil's Dilemma. You wouldn't be able to count the amount of times Spare has shown how totally without weakness his skill set is. His mechanics, reading and technical skill are impeccable, with his high BPM accuracy and finger control only being matched by less players than you could count on one hand. I honestly don't think anyone can predict what direction Spare is going to take with his skill over the next year, but I can tell you that he is going to be taking his play to an entirely new level and will surely blow waves upon waves of expectations out of the water.
Astronomical Expo Expo and Flow 全開そして NEXT Astronomical Expo 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 Let's bring it back Yeah, check it out.
If you thought Karthy's 2017 was good, wait until you hear about what this man's achieved in 2018. Starting the year outside the top 25, he's risen through the ranks. Passing both Spare and Bubbleman, he achieved rank 1 in the UK in April and entered the top 10 of the world in June. He wasn't done setting rank 1s this year however, and on the 17th of September, Karthy full comboed Honesty with Hidden Hard Rock to achieve the PP record at the time at a staggering 942 PP, clearly skipping 800 altogether. From all the PP adjustments seen this year, this did drop below 900, but his consistent training and commitment to OS has seen Karthy reach new heights. His speed, aim and stamina are all easily considered to be some of the best in the world. Heading into 2019, Karthy sits at number 7 global and top of the UK rankings, over 1700 PP ahead of second, and fully deserving of the number 2 spot this year.
Well, you don't get any bonus points for predicting this one. I mean, it was obvious Bubbleman was going to be on the list at some point here. Bubbleman might just be the best tournament player in the world right now. And that's saying a lot considering the players active in the tournament scene are getting so good now, but his 2018 tournament run is easily the best of the lot, I think. I think it's hard to argue considering the amount of back-to-back tournament wins, the results he's put out, and some of the just insane map performances he has put out have been some of the best we've ever seen in those two tournaments, like ever. It's incredible, man. His skill set remains one of the most varied out there. His mechanics are still his strongest suit though. His mechanical aim ability and his technical aim and finger control is some of the best in the world. I think you could argue he's one of the best technical players right now in terms of that sort of subgenre. But a lot of his skill sets are right up there in the best of the world, especially mechanically. To think that Bubbleman only really rose to prominence around late 2015, early 2016, but it feels like he's been one of the premier UK players in the history of OSU UK here, man. It's incredible. I'm just curious to see what sort of record and what wall he's going to break down next.